When I was just getting started drop shipping, it took me a while to figure out where things were because I didn't have somebody tell me where it was that specific things were that I was looking for. So in this video, I want to have like a quick overview of Shopify just to show you guys where things are. Just in case if you want to focus on something first, you could go ahead and do that. Or if you're curious about a particular thing, you could figure it out with this video, or I could point you in the right direction, I should say. I'm also going to be giving you guys some tips or a couple of settings that I always change, or a couple of things that I always change in every single dropshipping store that I create. So with that said, let's get started. So we're gonna go ahead and head over to Shopify. Gonna start the free trial, just like anything. When you add your address, you could add a PO box, or if you don't want to add your home address as your business address, because this is what's going to be your business address, you could just make one up. Honestly, it doesn't matter. For example, here I just added testing, 1212 Testing Street, and it should work. So if we look over on the left hand side, we have basically the menu here. This is where you're going to be navigating most of the store. You have your home, self-explanatory. You have your orders. This is where you're gonna see all of your orders come in. If you guys are doing anything manually, you're gonna come in here and you're gonna copy the information from each order and then paste it over and fulfill each order. And then underneath that, you have a couple of sub menus. Draft, this is if you're making an order yourself, you're probably never gonna use this. Abandoned checkouts, this is for people who abandon their checkout. So for example, if you have somebody who got to the checkout stage and had a bunch of information or had a bunch of stuff in their cart, you're going to see what each person added. And the thing to look out for in abandoned checkouts is that sometimes when you click on a checkout, if you scroll all the way down, you're going to see that a payment was declined, or you're going to see these like red notifications that say that a payment was attempted and it was unsuccessful. And the reason that is because either the person's credit card or card didn't have the sufficient funds, it's being denied by the bank for high risk, or they are making a fraudulent attempt to purchase something. So just be aware of that. And then for the product section, you're going to be adding your products here. You could check out your inventory, which you are not going to worry about because this is all going to be drop shipping. So you're not going to be taking care of any inventory unless you're doing private labeling and you have your own warehouse and whatnot. You could also have gift cards. So this is a cool little tip. If you guys are doing influencer marketing, you can give certain gift cards away and then just create your own so that when somebody goes and purchases something, they could do that. They could use it, and that's something you could give away. And then I'm not going to go over the customer section. That's pretty self-explanatory. I'm not going super in detail on everything. I'm just giving you guys an overview, so hopefully that makes sense. And I'm aiming this video towards people who are into drop shipping. So if you guys are trying to do something else and I'm not covering that, or I'm not talking about that, that's probably why. So just a little a reminder, a little disclaimer for those of you guys who feel like I'm not covering the topics that you want. But feel free to leave a comment down below with something that you want me to talk about, because I might know it, I might know something about it, and I can make a video about it. So just let me know. All right guys, moving on. Now when it comes to analytics, you're gonna spend some time here. This is where you're gonna see an overview of your store, what's going on. You're gonna have access to how many sales you've gotten. And when you start getting sales as the days go by, you're gonna see the before and after, so you can see how your day is going as opposed to the previous day. You're also able to see where your sales are coming from. So if they're coming from Facebook, Twitter, or anything like that, or if there's people talking about you could see that here. So this is pretty handy, and you're gonna be spending most of your time here when you're running ads. So after you set up everything and when you're in the ad phase of your dropshipping career or the dropshipping setup, this is where you're gonna spend most of the time just researching, seeing where all the traffic's coming from, and just looking at it, analyzing. Well, this apart from the Facebook ads. Facebook ads should be where you should be spending most of your time, and then followed by this. And then just fulfilling your orders and helping your customers. But we'll get into that later. This part is also pretty fun to look at when you're getting orders. I just like to stare at it sometimes. It's gonna tell you how many visitors are going into your store, how many visitors are at your store, and it glows every time somebody visits your store, and it's just a quick little, or a nice little visual overview of where people are in the world and where they're visiting from. For this marketing section, I haven't used it all that much. I will be making some videos in the future because, like I said, I don't really use it, but I'm starting to. So I'll keep you guys informed on that. In the discount section, this is a good place to create coupons to track your influencer sales, which I have a video on. If you guys want to check it out, I'll add the links down below or somewhere in the video. But for the coupons, you want to go here and create them there. The apps, this is where you're going to be downloading the Overload app, which is right here, and any other apps to help you with your store. So if you want to start with the aesthetics of your store, so if you want to just start designing the website right from the beginning, you want to come to the online store section, and in here you could edit the theme, you could download it, you could edit your menu, so how people navigate your store and what's on your menu. You could also acquire a domain name straight from here. You don't have to go to GoDaddy or to another website, although you get it for cheaper, but it's just easier to do it this way, and it's just a lot more convenient, to be honest. So if you guys want to get rid of the lock in your store when you initially start, you want to head over to the online store under preference. You want to scroll down and it's going to be here, but before you do that, you have to select a plan. There's no way around that. You have to select a trial. Once you do that, you enter your credit card information, then you're going to be able to uncheck that and you're good to go. Also, if you want to start your Facebook pixel, that's going to be right here, so you could go ahead and install it there. Now let's head over to the settings to show you guys some of the settings that I would recommend that you change. I do this for all of my stores. Very first thing is go to general, and then you see the store name. I change this to whatever I want. Sometimes if you guys don't leave spaces when you're setting up your domain name, it's gonna appear like that. So make sure you change that to whatever it is that you want. And the other thing is make sure you change your customer email. You want something a little bit more professional. So this could be something like info. And this just makes your store look a lot more professional, especially when the customer receives that email after they place the order. They're gonna see this instead of this. So it's gonna look a lot more presentable than if you just left it like this. After you do that, you wanna go back to your settings and go to payment providers and make sure you deactivate PayPal. You do not want to be using PayPal if you're dropshipping. Again, guys, do not use PayPal if you're dropshipping because PayPal will shut you down and they will ban you. It happened to me, so don't let it happen to you. If you want to use your PayPal and you enjoy using PayPal, I would not recommend that you use your PayPal for dropshipping. Just stick with Shopify payments or Stripe. Just leave it at that. Make sure to deactivate PayPal. Here you could also edit your shipping. If you guys want to do free shipping, you're just gonna have to go under the settings and you're gonna find it here. Let me see, another thing you guys should know. Okay, if you guys ever need to change the email address or you need to cancel your store, you wanna go under plan and permissions. And you scroll down here, close the store, that's gonna close it. You could pause it and whatnot. Let's just say you messed up when you were typing your email address, because it happens sometimes. You might type your email address and then just misplace a letter or forget a number or forget to type something and you don't get any notifications, then you wanna change that. So under the same thing, so under plans and permission, you wanna click on the store owner, and then in here you could view account details. And then you can just change the email address. So that's how you do that. And if you guys ever get annoyed of those notifications or those email notifications every time you get a sale, which, hey, I'm not complaining, but they could get a bit annoying. You wanna go under notifications and then just scroll down and just disable the notifications you don't want. Sometimes they could get a little annoying, and just turn them off. All right, guys, it's a quick overview of Shopify from a dropshipping perspective or from somebody who dropships, and some of the things that you should do every time you set up a store. So with that said, thank you guys for watching. And if you guys have any other questions, make sure to leave them down in the comment section, and I'll see you guys in the next one.